Hello everyone, welcome back to Ragplay's Aidyn Chronicles the First Mage. We're still in Ugarit. We're still working our way upwards. Onwards and upwards. Oh, it's pretty late in the day already. I hope the shopkeep I'm after is going to be there still. We need to head to the next level. There's one more shopkeeper. We will have to see whether she's in. If not, I'm going to have to double back to the inn, which would be unfortunate. Okay, looks like she's still here, luckily. Caught her just in time. I love this room, though. Look at this. What is the purpose of this? Looks kind of like an observatory. Got all these, picture of like a pulsar galaxy and things. I like this. It's really cool. Not sure what these other rooms have in them. We'll check after, but I'm going to talk to this fine lady first if we can never get out of here again. Thank you. Greetings, fair Jundar. You seem surprised to see me here in Ugarit. Where are you from, adventurer? Your voice is sweet. What news is there in Ugarit today? How clever of you to find the secret gate to the city. I hope the water did not chill your mortal frame, human. Thank you very much for your kind words. So maybe she's not the merchant. Okay, well, what's up here then? A hallway. Alright. Right, okay, this is the one. My bad. Whoops. Good day, fair Jundar. Welcome. What news is there in Ugarit, fair lady? Zeratus is a distant and icy character human, but I think that he might take to you. You should visit him. Do you wish to make a purchase, boy or train? I want to buy something to start with. Cool. We have things here that we can buy. Lots of things. Web of Starlight. Let's buy it. Just one of them, I think. And, Dispel Elemental. Do we have an extra Dispel Elemental scroll? Dispel Elemental. We do not. Go ahead and grab one of those. For that matter, I'm not even sure if we've learned Dispel Elemental on everyone. But we'll buy one for now. Frozen Doom. We don't have this spell yet. Grab two of those. Stellar Gravity. I know we don't have that yet either, so two of those. Web of Starlight. We have one of those, but I'm not sure that we even took the time to learn that yet. I think we found that on the way or something. I don't quite remember where we found that. It might have been in that basement, in fact. So buy one of those. Versus Elemental. We'll see whether we need either of those again, but we have a Versus Elemental scroll. So let us learn those spells then. So I need to know whether I have Dispel Elemental. I do. And Versus Elemental, I think. We do have that, definitely. I know we do. There's no way we don't. Versus Elemental, there it is. Okay. Go ahead and learn those both. All three of them, I should say. Frozen Doom. Alaron has learned Frozen Doom. I know what that does. Another star spell. The target of this spell. Also, it says Solar Wrath can only be learned by a lunar character, yet we've learned it just fine. That's pretty awesome. Or it affects only lunar aspected character. Cool. Alright, that's cool. Right. Frozen Doom. The target of this spell is frozen solid for the duration of the spell. Only affects targets of human size or smaller. Is that the same as Wall of Bones? Surprisingly, Wall of Bones is better than Frozen Doom. But that's alright, I guess. I'm still going to train it because I like that spell. I like having an ice spell since we have so many fire spells. Next. Stellar Gravity. Aileron has learned stellar gravity. Target of this spell has his movement rate reduced by 1 per rank. If the target's movement rate is reduced to 0, then he cannot move. May only be cast once on each target. Probably won't be doing that, it's a hex, so not super interested in that. Web of Starlight. Aileron has learned Web of Starlight. Target is encased in a web of energy that causes damage each round, depending on their strength. There is a chance that they may break out of the web, only affects targets of human size or smaller. Again, not super important, but I just learned it for the sake of learning it. Nothing else, is there? I think that was everything. Yeah. Right, I need to check Keelan to see whether she has Dispel Elemental and Versus Elemental. She has Dispel Naming, she has Dispel Elemental, and she has Versus Elemental. Okay. So I'm gonna just make sure those were the two that were there. Oops. Not trained. Buy something. Dispel Elemental versus Elemental. Okay. Now we'll see what she has to train. So, Merchant of 7. Wizard of 10. Cool. Keelan has barely any XP remaining, but she has Versus Elemental, Dispel Elemental. She can't learn Web of Starlight, Stellar Gravity, or Frozen Doom. But Aileron, Frozen Doom, Dispel, Web of Starlight, Stellar Gravity, Frozen Doom. So I could train Frozen Doom to 10 right now, probably. I'm gonna, yeah. That's worth doing, I think. I want to train Solar Wrath up too, mind you, but this cheapens the XP cost, and it increases... It uses gold, but it saves us XP, which is what we need, kind of, so... I actually can't get it to 10, but I'm pretty close. Well, that's something, at least. That's good. I wonder if any of these placards actually have something on them, so let's check that before we... Yeah, there's nothing. I'll just leave. Back in this awesome room. Okay. What way did we even come in? I don't remember. This is just an alcove. Probably came in that way. Did we? Yes, we did. What's over here, though? Huh, just the other side. Okay. Fair enough. In that case, I don't think it would be very wise to go see Zeratis in the middle of the night, though. I'm going to talk to this Jundar here. Greetings, Fair Jundar. You seem surprised to see me here in Ugarid. I have not the time for banter, boy. Please move along. What news is there in Ugarid today? You humans cannot seem to leave us alone. First the battle, then the forest. Are you here to gloat? Well, I guess there's always one asshole for every other person that was completely nice and reasonable. Last time we came through here. Got some cool gardens and stuff. Yeah, I am gonna get a night at the inn, I think. We will quick save here. Okay. And a cutscene. Stone of Names. It's so different from our rule, and at the same time it's just like the one in Gornia. It would be proper to stop and consider these knights. So many. And most were lost. Zeratis paid dearly for his empire. We all did. Look here. A whole family. Sometimes that happens. I wonder, is there a king in all this world great enough to deserve a sacrifice like this one? It's not for us to decide. We are not kings. What if we were? Sometimes the danger is enough to require it. How did you become a knight, Abraham? Through Phelan himself. A pledge. A quest. Nothing like this, though. Knights are made through small quests as well as great ones. They assembled all of Gwernia, and Phelan came down the castle steps. Then I moved forward. And Phelan looked out across the crowds of people. He said, Sir Abraham, I and all of Gwernia deem you the brightest and the most brave. You have been on our side in battle, and by your noble service have increased the kingdom and its renown. Now I retain you forever forward as my knight. You may secure your own estates and determine justice within those bounds, and you may carry Gwernia's shield and arms. Then I went up the steps and took my sword and turned and showed everyone where my name had been carved into the roll, and I said, May I accomplish the vow I've made. May I serve well. May the knighthood make me deserving of the obligation it has granted me. Not yet, boy. But don't I say it well? You say it very well. Almost as well as I did. But there's still the palace. And Zeratus. That captain. The guard. Are we leaving anything out? Actually, you are. Let's see. The palace, Zeratus, the captain, the guard, and the name. Oh, that's right. The name. You're very funny. Let's go get your name. That was nice. I like that. Can't actually read the names on the stone here, but it was a nice little cutscene we had. Enjoyed that. Quick save. There's the guard. I'm just gonna go over into these different areas and see if there's anything new. Looks like the Jundar Palace has a nice little garden. Some happy little trees. And some nice little bushes just over here. And we go to Zeratus, and we're gonna get our name. We're gonna beat the devil out of him, just like that. Like Bob Ross. I'm not sure if we can go in here. Let's talk to the guard. Probably has the same stuff to say as the other one. May I have a word? You solved the ancient riddle. Well done. What is it like to be a guard in this ancient city? I'm always grateful for company. Fascinating. Thanks for your time. Good Jundar. Okay. What's in here? Just a guard tower by the looks of it, but let's just see if there's anything in it, I suppose. Swords. Another guard. Okay. May I have a word? Hello. How strange to see a human. It is good. What is it like to be a guard in this ancient city? I petitioned Zeratus to let me go out to the barrow, but he refused. Have you been there? Have you seen the restless spirits? Fascinating. Thanks for your time, good Jundar. Appears to be all that there's in here. So, yeah. Nothing left to do. Go forward. Into the palace we go. This place is pretty awesome, honestly. I like when developers do interesting things with environments that would otherwise be pretty boring. But this is pretty cool for the day. Lots of guards. May I have a word? An honor to meet you, stranger. What is it like to be a guard in this ancient city? Counters like this one help to alleviate the boredom. It's been so long since humans crossed that great wasteland successfully. Fascinating. Thanks for your time. What about you? May I have a word? You solved the ancient riddle. Well done. What is it like to be a guard in this ancient city? I'm always grateful for company. Fascinating. Thanks for your time. I guess you were the same as the guy outside, huh? And you, sir? There's been word of you in town. What word? Last week I met a lore master on the street of the Eastern Star. She told me you had crossed the Great Desert. Next I came upon a seer at the Palace of the Fourth Orb. He said you visited the Tower of the Necromancer and that it is gone. The Dryads may have helped you through the Jundar Gate. Later I heard rumors of a voyage to Chaos Isle. They say you spoke with Cradwa and knew him in his last days. Captain, what you hear is true. Alright. I didn't know this would lead to dialogue, that's cool. Quick save. The Necromancer is defeated. An evil follows you. Such is the trap for those with souls. I bring no evil here. Instead, my battles earn consideration. Go to Zeratus on my behalf. Ask him to see me in the Great Hall. Who sends a squire to Ugarit? I'll tell the Emperor himself what help I need. Captain, what you hear is true. The great Namer who sent me to Ugarit is dead. This is sad news. We mourned Cradwa well, with Bodin, Ardra, and all the customs of a master wizard. He was a great spirit. Now I must finish the quest he planned for me. And what is that? My words are for the Emperor only. It is a fearful sign when a human will not say what he wants. Especially in Ugarit, where suspicion and mistrust of humans is at its height. I'll have the guard direct you to the gate. Give me your name, and tell your destiny. Alright. They call me Alaron, that much is known. What happened at the tower? I need to see Zeratus. You did spend days in Terminor, and learn the legend of Maxen Ruin. Why ask me that? Their legend haunts us here. I mention this, and even as I mention, you look away. Give me your name and tell me your destiny. Are you so suspicious? I have done service in a city called Maxen. You know the place. A city bright as Ugarit, now chaos's unchallenged ground. Where music was, now groans are heard. No sun or breeze, but endless mist. Maxen is total desolation. Why? What brought evil down on them? You think I know? What caused Maxen is known. The cause of ruin is seen to all who served, to all who fled, to all our studied counselors. So how are we to trust such madness cannot happen here? Do not bring prophecies to Ugarit. If Zeratus will not see me, I will go elsewhere. Go quickly, Squire. Ugarit is not a place for strangers. Do you think anyone can stop that? What wrecked Maxen will wreck much more without your help. And human Jundar Emperor, what will come hard, and will ruin all of us together. Your words strike deep. We must use more than words. The meeting will be brief. I will announce you in the council. Zeratus will be on his throne. Be true in your appeal to him. Now you alone may see the Emperor. Cool. Good to know. Let us quick save. And go have a chat with him. Oh, this is disconcerting. Don't look down. You know what I bet they did for this? I bet you they recycled the, maybe they didn't. Maybe this is just its own thing. Welcome. I am Zaratus, Emperor of Jundar and outlying lands. If custom would affect you, then stand easy and share words with me. Great Emperor, I am Alaron. I introduce myself with many compliments to you and to your glorious palace. These Jundar walls shine like the sun and stars. I see this is the chamber of unequaled power. Sweet-voiced Alaron, your words are generous and duly noted. This radiance you admire is a favor Jundar turns upon the wheel of skies. Stars shine down on us. We send our greatness back to them. Within these walls, all Jundar minds grow luminous. Therefore I must ask, why are you here? So far from home and all of Guardia. Who are you, and what issue could impress so wide a journey? Quit greasing the wheels. The name. Ask for your naming. Great Emperor, I will not tire you with history. Did Kradwa send you? In a way. But it is my exploits that should raise an interest. My battles and achievements should do more than paint me well. Your deeds are known. Why did you come? Zaratus, for all travels, there is still a power I lack. What power, youthful Alaron? We Jundar hardly know you. Your legends new and barely told. If there is anything you lack, why don't you take it? You seem blessed with all abilities. Fight a goblin, cross a desert, spell out some secret long forgotten by the dragons. Zaratus, I am flattered by your confidence, but what I lack is still beyond my skills. That's why I crossed the desert here to you. Oh no, I'm sure there is a human custom which allows for giving here and there and anywhere. But it is not the Jundar way to hand out destinies to human lords. Whatever power you seek is up to you. Rewards are best earned by yourself. I seek no simple gift, Zaratus, nor easy power, nor golden treasure here in Ugarit. I ask another favor, one that's my right by birth, one that all good people share. Except yourself. I'll ask you plainly, Great Emperor, of all Jundar. Cast the spell and name me with my one true name. I see the prophecy is true. An accident. Be quiet, and keep your distance from the innocent people of this city. Come nearer to me, boy. What do you think of this maneuver, Abrakin? Do as he asks, boy. I'll watch your back. As you wish, great ruler. Good king. How dare you enter Ugarit without a name? Where else could I go? I will not name you. You must do it. Don't you realize what you're playing at? A name. And will there be anything else? Come tell me, fearless Alaron. No more requests. The Book of the Knighthood. The relic of the Astral Seers. What other gifts can I deposit in that ragtag sack of yours? Just the name, Zaratus. That's all I ask. What are you thinking? Do you come here to my hall to laugh at me, or terrify my guests? Or are you really so humanly unaware? I need a name. I could give palaces and territories. I might consign an army to your liege. There are heaps of starry jewels and Jundar carvings in my holdings. Deft am I in all these services. But as any Jundar knows, a name I cannot do. A name is not so easily done. The key to the elemental ways is deep and huge. But Cradwa, the man is dead. You humans did not do well to lose your master namer. He was the well of the ages, and the path back even to Alald. Now only Ruha has the power to name. The dragon? Thank the stars, you do know something. If a name is what you seek, find Ruha and petition there. Where would I find him? Where, my boy? I'll have the guard escort you to the street. Say where. Simple, Alaron. Always the child. Give me this, tell me that. Don't you know that in the Jundar, even tiny men must pay their way? You want to know about Ruha. Prove your worth. Give me an answer. Nothing hard, a mere diversion. For one confident as you. An answer to what? Very well, I'll ask you. This question lingers in my mind. I have it from a survivor of the Maxim plagues. Poor man. He was a grim and bitter fellow. Jundar philosophers wondered, many years, at its true meaning. Just ask the question. I will. This Maxim, gasping in the street, reached out to take my robe and put to me, Great Emperor, the thing that ties you to yourself ties you to 3 words. Which are these? Is that so hard to know? You catch its secret. Well then, Alaron, brave voyager, knower of puzzles and entrapments, please enlighten me. The soul would bind you to yourself. Zeratus, the soul would tie you to your body in this world, and to your spirit in the magic plane. Yes, everybody knows this. The world at hand, the magic plane, but that's just 2. The riddle calls for 3. The soul would also bind you to all others in a realm beyond these 2. But we are all bound together somewhere, Emperor. Does this answer you? That's it. Together. That is all. What a typically human answer. What were you expecting from a typical human such as myself? Now listen, Squire. Does my reasoning seem roundabout to Jundar ways, to an old begrudging king who understands his one heart only? Boy, don't compare yourself with me. You have no ties to others, Zeratus. You have no soul. Yet you are caught as well. This is no time to measure information, like a miser counts his gold. I solved the riddle. Give me my reward. Where do I find the dragon? Boy or knight, you are a menace. The longer you stay in Ygritte, the longer we Jundar are in danger. Only I can end the danger. Give me a direction, Zeratus. You've solved the riddle. I'll tell the dragon's place. But success or failure is up to you. See, Ruha. How? You'll need the golden horn. The dragon is held to the Kainon relic. Where the horn is played, Ruha may grant requests. Even a name. A name is dangerous. Ceremony burns great powers. Yet as you say, we find ourselves in danger always round. So take a western route. The horn is in the barrow, across the desert and even further. Avoid Maxon. Stay west. In time you'll see a stoneworks on the horizon. Approach the hill. The barrow stands in many levels. You want what's underneath. Observe all markings. Be sure to deal with the 7. When you move to put the relic in your grasp, be sure Lugash is destroyed. Know the horn will sense when you are near. What else should I know? You can imagine the rest. This is an ancient charm. There will be spirits, monsters. Just monsters? Isn't that enough? Well, since you insist. The legend says an undead king guards the Kainon treasures. He will not welcome your approach. But what do you care? You like challenges, don't you? Then know this. The Dread King will not manifest unless you defeat his 7 guardians. Look to the stones. I'll find the horn. Terrible Alaron, unnamed human, what a day this is. I'll enter the barrow. I'll see the king. I'll take the horn. Then bring it back to me, and I'll advise you further. If this is a trick... What trick? I have no need to trick you. The task you take on is hard enough. Yet I see you still fail to trust. Seek out the human, then, who dwells in the Great Canyon. One of ours, Shola by name, cares for the old hermit. He knows of what I speak. Seek the canyon entrance to the northwest of our great city. I see by your face you still think me a trickster. But you can discuss that among yourselves. Go back to the inn and decide what you will. But do not dream of returning until you have what is required. Awesome. Check out the journal entry. Today I spoke with the Jundar Emperor Zeratus. Even he cannot give me a name. Only Rukha the dragon still has the power to do that. First I must find the barrow, defeat the 7 guardians and the undead king, and take the golden horn of Kainon. But I'm not sure I trust Zeratus. But do I have any choice? No, indeed we do not have any choice, Alaron. Let's go up the stairs, though, and just see if he has anything else to say. There's more guards here, and it looks like rather grandiose throne. May I have a word? An honor to meet you, stranger. What is it like to be guard in this ancient city? Encounters like this one help to alleviate the boredom. It's been so long since a human has crossed the Great Wasteland successfully. Fascinating. Thank you for your time, good Jundar. And you, sir. May I have a word? Hello, how strange to see a human. It is good. What is it like to be a guard in this ancient city? Petitioned Zeratus to let me out to the barrow, but he refused. Have you been there? Have you seen the restless spirits? Fascinating. Thanks for your time, good Jundar. So Zeratus is gone, and, yeah, that's everything. Time to quick save. And, go back down. I'm gonna stop in at the inn and maybe have a chat with Shola before we leave. But other than that, there's nothing left to be done. We can go ahead and leave now. Captain of the guard is gone as well. There we go. Alright. You all know what we're supposed to do. We should leave at once. Not so fast, lad. I don't like the Jundar, and I don't trust this task they've set for you. But even if the horn is for real, Zeratus didn't tell us anything at all about the monster there. Some of what I read in the Ugarit library had to do with this thing in the barrow. It was all very oblique and mysterious, though. Let's just press onward. There's no sense putting off what has to be done. Let's go back and read those books again. Maybe we missed something. That's interesting. We should probably see a trainer before we set out. As Shola would say, the untrained are often the ill-fated. Just out of idle curiosity, I'm going to choose this one. Alright guys, it doesn't look like the library yielded any results. I went back, had myself a double check, and nope, nothing at all. We're ready to leave. We're all set. Everything's done as far as I know. We don't have anything left to sell, do we? Would have been nice if we could have stocked up on reagents. We're kind of, well, we're not terribly low on anything. I suppose we'll be fine. We're as prepared as we're going to be, I guess, is the point that I was making. And, yeah. A stiletto. We should try that out on Keelan and see if it does what it says it does. In any case, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time where we will strike out for the barrow. See you then.